Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Rocco Colasacco, and I'm helping people wake up. Today, I'm going to talk to you about something that's going to be a little bit in your face, and that's money management. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about the words I don't have the money, and it's not in my budget. Those are two distinctly different ways of saying the same thing, but one leaves you powerless, and one motivates you to know that you're working towards a bigger picture. The second thing I'm going to talk about is the pyramid of financial stability. Okay? So really, two things we're going to cover right now is going to be saying when you're faced with spending money, saying I don't have the money to do that, and that leaves you powerless, and saying it's not in my budget to do that, which leaves you empowered. So let's look at an example of where your friend calls you up and says, we're going to Vegas, okay? And then you look at your account, you have $500 in there, so you can't say, oh, I don't have the money, because it's right there. So you go out there, you go to Vegas, you spend the money, and you're broke again. The other side is you think to yourself, it's not in my budget to go to Vegas, and you don't go to Vegas, and you still have that money set aside for whatever you were planning to do with it. All right? Okay, so that's pretty simple. Okay, and the important thing in order to say it's not my budget, you need to sit down, and I don't care if you do it on an Excel spreadsheet or if you do it on a piece of paper, but you need to write down what it is what money is coming in and what money is going out and where is it going. Okay, and as Dave Ramsey always says, you need to have a name to every dollar, and all that means is you need to know where every dollar is coming from. So in this example, and you can have money like set aside for car payments. So, but that just doesn't mean go out. If you make $100,000 a year, don't go buy the brand new BMW. Go buy a Toyota go buy a Toyota controller. Buy a controller. No, buy a Toyota Corolla and drive that around. It's a good, reliable car, and it's going to save you some money. Okay, and buy it used. Don't go buy the brand new car. Buy a used car. Heck, even drive a beater around. Who cares? Who are you trying to impress? All you care about is what's in your pocket. Because believe me, you like your wallet and you like what's in your wallet better than you like your friends. So don't get that twisted. All right? So anyway, so if you have a budget to go out on entertainment, say you have $50 that month to go out that doesn't mean go out, and if your friends are wanting to go out again later on, like an after party or something, and you've already spent your $50, that doesn't mean, oh, I have $500 in my account, I'm just going to take another 50 out and I'll pay it back later. Don't do that. Say, oh, you know what, guys, I'm just going to go home. All right, and don't forget, you're probably going to need cab money, so you might need to only spend $25 and spend the other 25 on a cab ride. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about these things. But what I want you to do after this video is create a budget. Okay? Create a budget and be realistic with your budget. And before you go buy a car, before you go rent that luxurious apartment, look at your budget and say, can I afford this realistically? All right? So that's all I'm going to touch on with that. The second thing I'm going to talk about is going to be the financial pyramid to success. All right? So basically the way this works is you have your first foundation of your pyramid. You can talk to any financial advisor. He's going to tell you these things. But the first one you want to focus on is going to be your life insurance, your health insurance, your disability insurance, etc. Those kind of things are going to be important because sometimes things happen that you cannot predict and you need to have insurances there to protect you. Secondly, your emergency fund. You should have 3 to 6 months of money set aside so in the event something happens, you can have the money to do it. You lose your job. It takes you 6 months to find a job. Well, guess what? You don't have to stop living differently. You can still keep your lifestyle and not have to change a thing because you have money set aside for that. Or maybe the motor goes out in your car. Instead of putting it on a credit card, you just use your emergency fund and bam, you're taken care of. All right? The next rung is things like your 401ks, your annuities, things like that, things that are going to protect you for your future, your retirement. All right, because we know pensions are gone, we know Social Security is not going to be there, so you have got to aggressively go after these kind of retirement accounts. Next is going to be like buying a home, something like that, something that you can. It's not an asset by any means, as Robert Kiyosaki says. It is a liability, but you know. Buying a home, I think, in my opinion, is something cool. It's something that we all kind of strive for in the American dream. Maybe it's not a home. Maybe you buy a condo in the city or something like that, but you get what I'm saying. And then the top of the pyramid is going to be speculative investing. So starting a business, investing in high risk stocks, things that, if that fails, if you lose all your money in that, you still have the rest of your pyramid that's really solid. So you didn't put all your chips in one basket or all your eggs in one basket. All right. And so that's something real important. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about with that. So, and that goes back to your budget. So you really focus on building your budget and aggressively going after building your pyramid, and you'll have financial success in your life. And I don't care if you're making $100,000 a year or $50,000 a year. I know plenty of people that make $100,000 a year and are broke at the end of the year. They have nothing to show for it. I know people that make $50,000 a year and they got $50,000 saved up in the bank. So you know what I'm saying? It's all about how you manage your money, and that's what I really wanted to talk to you about. So remember, today is the day to wake up to live a better life. Wake up now.